No one in Bangkok knew his name. Not the fight promoters, not the fighters, not the trainers who had spent decades in Lee Thai camps, and certainly not the woman standing in the middle of the ring wrapped in the sacred Mongol rope, undefeated in 47 professional fights. Bruce Lee was 17 years old. He had no title, no reputation, no record. He was just a skinny Chinese boy from Cha-Cha who had strayed into the most dangerous fighting arena in Southeast Asia. That was a mistake. At least that's what everyone thought. What happened in the next 11 minutes would become the most talked-about event in the history of underground combat sports in Bangkok. A story that was passed down from trainer to trainer, from fighter to fighter, from generation to generation. This is what really happened on the night of the 14th of November, 1958. This is the story that Bangkok has never forgotten. Bangkok, Thailand. Roger Diamond Stadium, 14th of November, 1958. Bruce Lee had arrived in Bangkok 6 days earlier. He came by ship from Hong Kong, a freighter that sailed across the South China Sea for 4 days. He was 17 years old and restless. The rooftops of Leary Hutchison had become too small for him. The street fights were too predictable. The Bruce Hong dance competitions were too easy. His teacher at Man had taught him everything. Wing Kong had to offer in a classroom. Now Mai needed something that couldn't be taught. He had to measure himself against the unknown. His father, Leary Hong, a famous Cantonese opera singer, had given him enough money for a 3-month trip. Learn something, his father said, or come home and find a real job. Kong decided to learn something. He had already spent 2 weeks in the Philippines, where he briefly trained with local screamer practitioners. In 9 days, he acquired stick fighting skills that normally took students 9 months to learn. Then he headed south to Thailand, to the birthplace of Asia's most brutal striking art. He had heard about Bruce Thai from sailors in the port of Mai Chun. They described it with fear in their voices, not like kung fu. They said not like anything else. They use their elbows, knees, shin bones like baseball bats. They kick banana trees until the trees fall over. Then they kick harder, trees. Mai heard every word. He felt no fear. He felt curiosity, the most dangerous feeling a 17-year-old can have. Bruce spent 6 days observing in Bangkok. He visited 5 Muay Thai studios, sat in the back, watched, studied. He watched the fighters train, how they moved, how they breathed. He noticed things that others missed, the way a Hong Thai fighter shifts his weight before a kick, the subtle tilt before an elbow strike, the grip pattern in the clinch. He cataloged everything, stored it away. His mind worked like a camera that never stopped recording. On his 4th evening, he attended his first fight at Roger Dominion Stadium. He watched 11 fights, studied every exchange of blows. He saw the beauty and the brutality, the elegance and the violence. Muay Thai was everything the sailors had described and more. It was an art form based on destruction. He was fascinated. He returned on his 6th night on the 14th of November, the night that would change everything. Thursday evening, 9:15 p.m. The air is stuffy and humid, still 33 degrees even after dark. Roger Dominion Stadium is packed to the rafters. 3,000 spectators crowd. Every seat, every standing room, every concrete step. Cigarette smoke hangs in blue clouds under the tin roof. The smell of Tiger Bomb sweat and street food fills the arena. Vendors weave their way through the crowd selling fried insects. Cold Singer beer and rice wrapped in banana leaves. Players huddle in tight circles, waving money and shouting the odds in rapid Thai. Somewhere, a transistor radio plays Thai classical music that no one hears. This is the heart of Muay Thai, Thailand's most prestigious martial arts venue. Built in 1945, it has hosted over 10,000 fights. The concrete walls have absorbed the echoes of 10,000 victories and 10,000 defeats. The canvas ring, stained with decades of sweat and blood, stands under 4 rows of fluorescent tubes that cast a slight greenish hue over everything. This is where champions are born. This is where legends are born. This is where careers end. Tonight is special. Tonight the audience has come for one fighter. One name, one woman, Sierra Pawn the Scorpion, QC. She stands in the center of the ring and performs her Y crew, the traditional dance before the fight. Every movement is deliberate, sacred, deadly, beautiful. She's 24 years old, 1.68 m tall, 61 kg of Muay Thai precision. She has been fighting since she was 9 years old. 15 years of training in the toughest martial art in the world. 47 fights, 47 victories, 38 by knockout, no defeats, no draws, no mercy. Sarah Pawn's story was already legendary in Thailand. At the age of 9, she began training at a Muay Thai camp in Chiang Mai, not of her own free will. Her father owed the camp owner money. The debt was paid off by offering his daughter as a trainee. This was not unusual in Thai fighting culture. Children trained, fought, and earned money. The camp provided them with food and accommodation and turned them into weapons. But Sarah Pawn was different. The other children cried during training. Sarah Pawn did not. The other children were afraid of sparring. Sarah Pawn craved it at the age of 12. She was already beating boys 2 years older than her. At 14, she had her first professional fight. She won in 40s. Her right elbow left such a deep wound that the doctor had to stitch it up with 11 stitches. The audience that evening didn't know whether to cheer or be horrified. They chose to cheer. By the age of 18, no woman in Thailand wanted to fight her anymore, so she fought men. Her first male opponent laughed when he saw her on the other side of the ring. 90s. Later, he stopped laughing when he was lying on the mat with a broken nose. The second male opponent took her seriously. It didn't help him. She knocked him out in the second round. By her 30th fight, male fighters in her weight class were refusing to fight her. Not because she was a woman, but because she was Sarah Pawn, in a male-dominated sport. Sarah Pawn has achieved something no woman has ever done before her. She has defeated male opponents, 7 of them legitimate fighters, ranked contenders, men who weighed 20, 30, sometimes even 40 pounds more than her. She knocked them all out. The newspapers in Bangkok call her Thailand's deadliest woman. The gamblers call her the Scorpion because she strikes once and then it's over. The trainers call her something else. They call her impossible. Her fighting style is terrifying. Muay Thai uses 8 points of contact: 2 fists, 2 elbows, 2 knees, 2 shins. Sarah Pawn masters all 8. Her right elbow is legendary, a short, curved strike that has caused lacerations in 23 opponents. Her left knee has broken 4 ribs in competition. Her shin kicks have a power that rivals that of male heavyweight fighters, but her most dangerous weapon is not physical. It is psychological. Sarah Pawn destroys her opponents mentally before she even touches them. She stares them down during the Y crew. She smiles when they hit her. She laughs when they try their best combinations. She makes them feel small, weak, and insignificant by the time she decides to end the fight. Her opponents are already defeated inside. Tonight's fight is a demonstration, an open challenge. Sarah Pawn's promoter, a wealthy businessman from Bangkok named Somchai, has offered 10,000 baht to anyone who can last 3 rounds against Sarah Pawn. 10,000 baht is a small fortune in Bangkok. In 1958, enough to live on for a year. The condition is simple. You don't have to beat her. You don't have to knock her down. You just have to survive. 3 rounds, 9 minutes. Stay on your feet. 7 men have tried tonight. 7 men have failed. The first was a young Muay Thai student from a local gym. Eager, nervous, 19 years old. Sarah Pawn. Let him execute 3 combinations before defeating him with a single knee strike to the liver. He collapsed as if someone had pulled the plug. He was carried out on a stretcher. The second was a former soldier who claimed to have experience in close combat. He lasted 45 seconds. Sarah Pawn's left elbow hit him on the temple. He was unconscious before he fell to the mat. The third, fourth, and fifth were local fighters with varying abilities. None lasted longer than a minute. The sixth was a Japanese karateka visiting Bangkok. He bowed respectfully, took a deep stance, and threw a perfect back fist. Sarah Pawn caught his arm, pulled him into a knee, and he collapsed. 32 seconds. The longest lasted 1 round and 47 seconds. A Muay Thai fighter from Chiang Mai with 15 professional fights. He actually landed a punch, a clean right straight that sent Sarah Palin's head flying back. The crowd went wild. She smiled. She actually smiled. Then she went through his next combination like it was rain, rammed a knee into his solar plexus, and he didn't get up for 4 minutes. The paramedic had to help him out of the ring. The crowd is electrified, intoxicated by violence and victory. Somchai takes the microphone. His gold rings flash in the stadium lights. Is there anyone else? Is anyone else brave enough? Or has Bangkok run out of courage tonight? The crowd laughs. Somchai continues. Maybe we should look outside Thailand. Maybe the Chinese, the Japanese. Are there any foreign martial artists brave enough to face Thailand's greatest treasure? More laughter. In Thailand, Muay Thai is considered the king of striking arts. Kung Fu is seen as a movie fight. Karate is considered rigid and slow. No foreign martial art has ever proven itself in this ring. Come on, 10,000 baht. That's enough for any foreigner to buy a ticket home, if he can still walk. Sarah Pawn stands in her corner, her arms draped over the ropes. She is barely sweating. 7 fights tonight, and she looks like she just finished her warm-up. She scans the crowd with bored, predatory eyes. I'll give it a try. The voice is young, calm, with an accent. English with a Cantonese accent, translated into Thai by someone nearby. The crowd turns around at the back of the stadium. A teenager is standing on a concrete step, thin young Chinese. He is wearing a white undershirt and dark trousers. No fighting gear, no hand wraps, no monocle, no coaches. He looks like a street kid. He looks like he came in to escape the rain. Somchai blinks. You. How old are you, boy? 17. The crowd burst into laughter. Some child grins. 17. And what martial art do you practice, little brother? Wing Chun, Chinese boxing. Wing Chun. Somchai repeats slowly and mockingly. And how many fights have you had? Street fights. I've lost count. Ring fights. Not a single one. More laughter. This is entertainment now. A skinny Chinese teenager against Thailand's deadliest woman. The punters don't even bother to adjust the odds. There are no odds, it's a joke, but one man in the crowd isn't laughing. An older Chinese man sitting 3 rows away from the ring. His name is Rupert Kin, a businessman from Hong Kong. He knows this boy. He knows this boy's teacher, It Man. He knows what Wing Chun can do. He whispers to his Thai companion, "Don't bet against him." His companion looks at him as if he's crazy. Bruce Lee makes his way through the crowd. People make room for him. Some laugh. Others feel sorry for him. He climbs over the ropes from the inside. The ring feels different, bigger, hotter. The lights are blinding. The crowd is a wall of noise. He can smell tiger balm and blood from the previous fights. Sarah Pawn looks at him for the first time. She sees a boy, a child. Thin arms, narrow shoulders, not the physique of a fighter. She turns to Somchai. It's a complete waste of time. Give the people a show, Somchai says quietly. Make it entertaining. 1 round. Sarah shrugs. She turns back to Bruce, steps closer. She's taller than him. She looks him in the eyes. You should go home, little boy. Go back to Hong Kong. Play with your kung fu dolls. Bruce doesn't answer. His gaze is fixed on her, not aggressive, not fearful. He just observes, reads just as It Man taught him. Watch the eyes. The eyes reveal everything. Sarah Pawn sees something in his gaze that unsettles her. Just for a moment, just a fleeting impression. This boy's eyes don't match his body. His body says teenager, amateur victim. His eyes say something completely different. She pushes the feeling aside. He's a child. It'll take 30s at most. The referee, an old Muay Thai veteran with cauliflower ears and scarred knuckles, calls them to the center of the ring. He explains the rules in Thai. Someone translates for Bruce. 3 rounds, 3 minutes each. Standard Muay Thai rules, all 8 weapons are allowed. Elbows, knees, clinches, sweeps, everything. Bruce nods, he understands. He enters the lion's den and plays by its rules. The bell rings. Sarah Pawn takes the first step. She doesn't rush forward, she stalks her prey. Muay Thai fighters are patient predators. She advances at a measured pace, her hands high, chin tucked in. She executes a teep, a push kick aimed at Bruce's chest. She tests the distance, measures the range. Bruce dodges to the side, not backwards to the side. The teep misses. Sarah Pawn tries again, throws another teep. Same result. Bruce isn't where she expects him to be. He moves the angle she's never seen before, not the linear circling. She's trained for something else. She decides to close the distance. The clinch in Muay Thai is devastating the plum position, both hands clasped behind the opponent's head, controlling the neck, pulling him down into the rising knees. This technique has ended more fights than any other in Thai boxing. Once she has her hands on his neck, her knees will do the rest. She has clinched men who weighed 40 pounds more than her and tossed them around like children. This skinny boy will be a piece of cake. She steps forward, grabs the back of his head, the plum position. Bruce's hands catch her, not blocking but catching. His forearms touch her wrists and redirect her grip. Wing Chun sensitivity, she saw reflexes. She trained for thousands of hours at IT Man School on Tung Choi Street in Hong Kong. Hours of training with her eyes blindfolded. Hours of learning to read. Strength through the skin, through touch, through the subtle language of pressure and intention. The moment she feels his touch, she knows something is wrong. His hands are alive. They read pressure, direction, intention. They sense where her power is going before she strikes. She tries again, reaches for his throat. His hands are already there. They don't fight her power. They redirect it as if she were trying to grab water. Every time she closes her fingers, there is nothing there. Her grip finds air, angles, emptiness. She cannot establish the clinch. Every time she grabs, her hands are deflected, controlled, neutralized. This has never happened to her before. She has clinched with men twice the size of this boy. Men who had trained specifically to resist the clinch. None of them could stop her. This boy doesn't stop her either. He does something worse. He makes the clinch irrelevant. Sarah Pawn steps back. She rethinks her strategy. Fine. If the clinch doesn't work, then she'll resort to punches. She launches her signature combination left jab to determine the distance. Right cross to raise the guard. Left knee to the body. The jab lands in empty space. Bruce has shifted his center line. The cross whizzes past his ear. He has leaned back 2 centimeters, just enough. No more. The knee comes and Bruce does something no one expects. He steps into the knee, into its arc where it has no power. His right hand fires a straight vertical fist. A Wing Chun chain punch aimed at her center. It stops 1 centimeter from her nose, pulled back, controlled. The crowd falls silent. Sarah freezes. She felt the wind from that punch. 1 centimeter, if he had struck her nose, would have been broken. The fight would have been over. "What are you doing?" she hisses. Bruce steps back, returns to his stance, hands up, relaxed, alive. Sarah Palin's expression changes. The boredom is gone. The amusement is gone. Something else replaces it, not fear. Sarah Palin feels no fear but respect. Dangerous, reluctant respect. She comes back faster now. A right roundhouse kick with full force. Her shin, trained by years of kicking banana trees, swings towards Bruce's ribs. This kick has broken bones before ended careers. Bruce's forearm meets the kick, not a hard block, an angled deflection. He absorbs the force at an angle and redirects it. His arm hurts, but the kick slides off before Sarah Pawn can retreat. Bruce is back. This time he doesn't hold back. His right hand fires a straight punch at her shoulder, not at her face, not at her body, at her shoulder. The punch is precise, clinical. It turns her sideways, throws her off balance. She stumbles 2 steps. The crowd gasps. No one has ever made Sarah Pawn stumble, not in 47 fights, not once. Sarah Pawn recovers. Her eyes are burning now. Pride, anger, disbelief. She lets it all out. Elbows, knees, kicks, punches. The entire arsenal of Muay Thai 8 weapons firing in combinations that have destroyed 47 opponents. Bruce moves like smoke. He doesn't fight in her style. He doesn't try to outkick a kickboxer in kickboxing. He fights in his style, up close when she wants distance, angled when she wants linear, gentle when she's hard, fast when she's faster. He's not better than her. He's different than her. And different is more dangerous than better for 90s. The most intense exchange of blows the audience has ever seen unfolds. Sarah Pawn lands a knee strike to Bruce's thigh that he will feel for weeks to come. Bruce lands 2 more shoulder strikes and a palm strike to her chest that throws her back a meter. The bell rings. End of the first round. Bruce returns to his corner. He has no cornerman, no stool, no water. He stands there, breathing steadily. His thigh throbs where Sarah Palin's knee struck him. She is strong, stronger than anyone. He has fought on the streets of Hong Kong. Her knee felt like a baseball bat wrapped in iron. He bends his leg, testing the muscle. Not damaged, not torn, but he will remember that blow. He will analyze it later. How she generated that power from such a short distance. How the hip rotation multiplied the force. There is something there, something Wing Chun doesn't have, something worth learning. He looks across the ring at his opponent. She's moving differently now. The boredom that had been evident in her posture all evening has disappeared. She is engaged, alert, dangerous. He recognizes the change. He has seen it in street fighters in Hong Kong. The moment they realize that you are not what they expected, the moment when the survival instinct trumps the ego, that's when opponents become really dangerous. We pack in the Hong Kong businessman in the 3rd row leans forward, his knuckles around his beer bottle are white. He has watched Bruce fight on the rooftops of Kowloon. He has seen the boy take apart grown men in back alleys. But this is different. This woman is a professional, a killer. And Bruce is 17 years old, 8,000 miles from home with no coach and no exit strategy. On the other side of the ring, Sarah Pawn sits on her stool. Her trainer, an old man named Crew Preacher who has been training champions for 30 years, speaks urgently in Thai. His voice is soft, intense. He's reading you every technique. He sees them before you execute them. You have to change your rhythm, break the pattern, don't set up your punches, single weapons, no combinations. Make every punch a surprise. I know, Sarah Palin says quietly. She stares at Bruce on the other side of the ring. She studies him the way he studied the Muay Thai gyms for 6 days. She sees something that worries her. He is calm, not the faint calm of someone pretending not to be afraid. Real calm. The kind of calm that comes from absolute certainty. She has seen this calm before in her own mirror. Before every fight, Crew Preacher follows her gaze, sees what she sees. Do you want to stop? There's no shame in that. He's obviously well trained. Sarah Palin's eyes flash. A memory comes to mind. 9 years old. The training camp in Chiang Mai. A boy twice her size who says she doesn't belong here. The next day, she breaks his rib during sparring. She never gave up. She's not going to start tonight. I'm not stopping. I've never stopped. The bell rings for the 2nd round. Sarah Pawn changes her strategy. She's not the champion for no reason. She adapts. Instead of combinations, she uses individual techniques. Hard to read, hard to predict. A sudden elbow, a single knee, no preparation, no pattern. Her movements are different too. Less rhythm, more chaos. Broken timing. Attacks from unexpected angles at unexpected moments. It works better. She hits Bruce with an elbow that causes a small cut above his left eye. Blood flows. The crowd goes wild. First blood. The stadium shakes with the noise. 3,000 people scream as one Sarah Pawn smells it. Literally, 24 years of fighting experience have taught her body to react to blood like a shark. Not with frenzy, with focus, with precision. Blood means the opponent is human. Blood means the opponent can be defeated. She pushes forward. The elbow is followed by a left knee aimed at Bruce's floating rib. Bruce twists his hips and absorbs most of the impact, but the knee still connects. Pain shoots through his side. Real pain, not sparring. Pain. Not pain like in a rooftop fight. Professional pain. The kind of pain that tells your body to stop fighting and start surviving. But Bruce's mind overrides his body. It always has. On the rooftops of Kowloon, 3 against 1, his body screamed to retreat, but his mind told him to keep going at it. Man, school, when his arms burned from hours of chisel and his body craved rest, his mind told him again. He doesn't listen to the pain he hears. It takes note of it and files it away under later. But Bruce also adapts. He narrows his stance, keeps his hands closer to his center line. Wing Chun defense was developed for close combat precisely for this situation. Ip Man had once told him Wing Chun was developed by a woman. It was developed so that smaller people could defeat larger people in close combat. It is the art of the underdog. Bruce had never fully understood that until tonight. He stands in a Thai boxing ring. Blood in his eyes, ribs aching, facing a fighter who has destroyed 47 opponents. Now he understands, now he lives it. He begins to use packs while striking defense techniques that distract and counter at the same time. His hands move in patterns that look random but are not. Every movement is a conversation. Sarah Pawn's attack says something. Bruce's defense responds. Then she asks a question herself. Sarah Pawn strikes with her right elbow. Bruce's left hand strikes it away while his right hand executes a finger. Jab towards her eyes, stops briefly. Again. 1 centimeter. She strikes with her knee. Bruce's hip shifts, catching the blow with her thigh while his elbow falls towards her. Temple stops briefly. 1 centimeter. Every time Sarah Pawn attacks, Bruce shows her what he could have done. Every strike he holds back is a message. I could end this, I choose not to. The spectators begin to understand. This Chinese boy is not trying to win. He is teaching in the middle of the second round. Sarah Pawn uses her most devastating weapon, her right elbow, the blow that has cut 23 opponents. The sting of the scorpion. Bruce doesn't dodge, he catches it. His left hand catches her elbow midair. He doesn't block the force. He redirects the angle. At the same time, his right hand fires at her throat, stops, pauses 1 centimeter from her windpipe. Bruce thinks about it. I'm leaving Bangkok in 3 days. 3 days is enough to get started. For 3 days. An unusual exchange takes place in a small Muay Thai studio on a side street in Bangkok. The studio is called Sit Preacher, named after Sarah Palin's trainer. It has nothing to do with the big stadiums, a tin roof, a concrete floor, a heavy punching bag patched with tape, a ring with sagging ropes. The smell of decades of sweat burned into every surface. Sarah Pawn teaches Bruce the mechanics of Muay Thai. Elbow strikes the horizontal elbow, the uppercut with the elbow, the spinning back fist with the elbow. She shows him how to generate power from the hips and not from the arms. How the elbow becomes a blade when used correctly. Bruce picks it up within a few hours. Movements that take Thai fighters months to learn, he can already imitate on the second day, not perfectly but with understanding, with an understanding of the underlying principle. Knee techniques, the straight knee, the bent knee, the flying knee, how to use the clinch to deliver knee strikes, how to pull your opponent's head down while driving your knee up, doubles the force. Bruce's eyes light up. It's physics, he says. Force equals mass times acceleration. You double the acceleration by moving both bodies towards each other. Sarah Pawn has never heard fighting described that way. She doesn't understand the science, but she understands the result. The devastating shin kick, the roundhouse kick. How Thai fighters train their shins by kicking banana trees, heavy sacks, and bamboo poles. Years of micro fractures that heal harder and denser. Bruce kicks the heavy sack in Thai style. His shins are not trained. It hurts. He doesn't care. He's not learning the training. He's learning the mechanics. The hip rotation, the follow-through. The way the entire body becomes a weapon, not just the leg. Bruce teaches Sarah Pawn the principles of Wing Chun. The centerline theory, the idea that the shortest distance between two fighters runs along the centerline of the body. Whoever controls the centerline controls the fight economy of movement. No wasted movements. Every block is a strike. Every strike is a block. Simultaneous attack and defense. She saw sensitivity. He stands in front of her, his forearms touching hers. Close your eyes, he says. She closes them. Now feel where my pressure is going. He presses. She feels it. He shifts. She follows him. Now stop my hands from reaching your face. They practice for hours. Sarah Pawn's reflexes are already exceptional thanks to her 15 years of Muay Thai experience. But this is something else. This is not about reacting to what she sees. This is about reacting to what she feels. A whole new sense. A whole new language. Bangkok, 1958. The night Kung Fu met Muay Thai. The night a boy earned the respect of a warrior. The night a scorpion bowed before a dragon. The night Bruce Lee took another step on his journey to becoming Bruce Lee. And the night Sarah pawned the scorpion. QC proved that the truest sign of strength is not an unbroken record streak. It is the wisdom to recognize greatness when it stands opposite you in the ring, in a white undershirt and with a smile.